Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Elizabeth Shelton from Shelton's Acres. Um, so I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about the cost of living, this nightmare that we're all going through right now. Last year, when I was pregnant with our last daughter, we made the decision for me to stay home. My husband and I have been married for 18 years, coming up on September 6th. We have 4 beautiful, amazing daughters, a 7-year-old, 6-year-old, 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And while I was pregnant with our 1-year-old, my employer was no longer willing to be flexible with me if one of my girls were sick and I needed to work from home. My entire adult life, I've been a certified medical coder in the medical field and very dedicated. I've got a very strong work ethic. But then it got to the point where I had to choose between my family and my work, and I didn't like that because my children are the most important to me. So my husband and I made a decision in one day that we were going to have me quit my job and stay home with our kids. I cried all the way to work that day. Our oldest daughter got out of the car at school and started throwing up in the parking lot, and I called work and said, "Hey, can I work from home? I'm at the school and my daughter's throwing up in the parking lot." And I was told that I needed to figure it out because I had to be at work. So I was like, what do I do? I happened to call her papa and grandma, and they were coming home from Florida and was able to meet me in a little while to get her so I could go to work. But if it wasn't for that, I don't know what would have happened. They might have fired me, or I don't know. But I didn't want to be fired, so we made this decision. And it wasn't taken lightly because we're going from 2 incomes to 1 with 3 little babies and 1 on the way. And so we had to start planning to pay off some debt to lessen the financial burden on my husband. And I had to start thinking and researching ways that I could reduce the household costs for us. So one of the things that I decided to do while I was still pregnant was I was going to cloth diaper Cora. So this is extra work on me, and I'm the only one that changes her diapers. Nobody else wants to do it. But there's some expense in the beginning, but then it saves you tons of money. And I have used disposable diapers when we go places that it's not very easy to cloth diaper. I use the disposable diapers, but we've been very lucky that most of those disposable diapers we've used have been gifted to us. So we really haven't bought diapers. Also, I decided to start making her wipes so we don't have to buy wipes very often. Like I said, if we do go out for a long period and we're going to use disposable diapers, we also use the disposable wipes, but at home we use these and they get washed when the diapers do. So soap, I ordered these dispensers on Amazon. They're foam and soap dispensers, and you can go to the Dollar Tree and for $1.25 get their soap refill. They have some different options on smells and such, but $1.25 for soap refill. And then you fill up your soap dispenser about a third of the way with the soap and the rest with water. Shake it up to mix it real good, and you've got foam and soap for a heck of a lot cheaper than if you were to buy foaming soap refill. And it lasts a lot longer, and you've paid $1.25. So we do that. With our dishwashing liquid, we buy the large bottles of the concentrated dish soap, and We have another jug, so we half it. We have half and half, concentrate and fill the rest up with water. So we've got 2 jugs of dish soap for the price of 1. And because it's concentrate, you just add the water and it still washes and cleans your dishes just as well as anything else. A lot of our paper products we no longer buy, and a lot of that we actually incorporated before the decision was made that I would quit work, because of being environmentally friendly and lessening our carbon footprint. We started buying paper towels. So these are cloth towels that we use as paper towels. We have cloth napkins that we use. We do not buy cloth or paper napkins. We don't buy paper towels. I do keep 1 roll of paper towels in our laundry room closet, and those are for emergencies only. We do not use these on a regular basis. We use these for things like somebody's got sick on the floor and we don't really want to clean that up with cloth, or our girls go outside barefoot all the time, and we do have 2 dogs. And while I do try to keep everything poop scooped up, there have been more than one occasion that one of them has stepped in dog poop with their bare feet, and we don't really want to wipe that off with cloth, so we use the emergency paper towels, and then we get their foot washed. But we don't buy paper plates. We don't buy plastic forks, spoons. We, just wash, and everything's reusable. We bought handkerchiefs. My husband doesn't like using those, so he still uses toilet paper to blow his nose, but we don't buy boxes of tissues. We buy handkerchiefs, and we wash them and reuse them. My husband wanted to try out a bidet, and to be quite honest with you, I wasn't fully on board to begin with, because I'd gone almost 40 years of my life using toilet paper, and I thought the bidet was just kind of weird. But to be very honest with you, it is the best thing ever. It gets you so much cleaner, and you will not want to use a bathroom without a bidet once you start using it. It's awesome. You feel so much cleaner. You don't have to use all this toilet paper. Now, my husband doesn't do this, but I do. I don't like drying off with the toilet paper because it, breaks apart when it gets wet. So the bidet does the job. It gets it clean, gets everything clean. So I just used receiving blankets, cut them into rectangular strips, and I use this for drying. All it is doing is drying off water, so cuts down on a lot of cost with toilet paper, not having to buy as much and as often. But to each his own. Some people will want to go to that extent, and some people don't, and that's fine. But it does save money, and it works for us. So back in 2021, I also decided that I didn't want to use traditional deodorant, and it also just helped with cutting cost as well. I started using this Crystal deodorant, and the name brand is actually Crystal, I believe. You can order on Amazon. Now, this is a lot smaller than it started off being, but like I said, I bought it in 2021. I wrote the date on the back of the little holder here, and you get it wet and you rub it under your arm. Oh, hold on just a minute. Little one woke up. Say hello. This is our 1-year-old, Miss Cora. She just woke up from her nap. But with the deodorant, you just rub it on. It does take a little bit longer to apply than regular deodorant. You have to rub a little longer. But you can tell when it goes on and it's on and good. And like I said, I've been using this for 2 years and haven't had to buy traditional deodorant. We do have the 2 dogs, as I mentioned before. And with having animals, they have certain, medications and such that they need to keep them healthy. So I researched, how I could cut cost with that. And I looked at doing Chewy for bundles with the heartworm preventative and their flea and tick medicine. And because it was a lot cheaper to do that bundle with Chewy. But once I placed my order, Chewy let me know, hey, we don't have any more NexGard for fleas and ticks. So then I was having to look for some other way I could get that flea and tick medicine for the dogs at a reasonable cost, because this stuff is expensive. It's not cheap. So during my research, I found a company online called SPC Pets. So they are overseas, but I researched thoroughly because I was a little, nervous about placing an order and giving my credit card information. But everything I looked at checked out, so I placed the order. It did take a little bit for it to get to us, but not a substantial amount of time. It came, pretty good. I'd say maybe a couple weeks, which isn't bad. And the cost is so much cheaper than even Chewy. So I think we got 6 months of the HeartGard and NexGard for both dogs for about $188. And if you've ever bought HeartGard and NexGard for your dogs, you know that is an excellent price. So if you have animals and you're needing to save some money, I really recommend checking out SPC Pets for that. It's checked out for us and has really helped us financially with that. I line dry all of our laundry. The only time that I use our dryer is if it starts raining on me, or I've washed Cora's diapers in the middle of the night because she's running out and I need to get them dry, which we do that on a low setting anyway. But other than that, everything is line dried. We try to grow as much of our own food as possible. This year, my husband tilled up a really big area for me to grow. And I'm working with dead dirt. We have terrible dirt. So I'm working to try to get it to be live soil. So getting things growing in there and amending it. And with it being tilled, I've got a ton of weeds in it right now I need to work on. But we're trying to get it into the no-till method so I don't have to break my back or sweat to death pulling weeds. But our garden did pretty well this year. And we ate as we harvested. But I had a friend, her and her husband are farmers, and they were selling a big box of green beans, so for $15. So I jumped on that, contacted her, and got that big box of green beans and washed them and cut them and got them canned up for us. And I also got half of a 5-gallon bucket of jalapenos for $5. And I cut those up and got them processed and canned. And so we've got a bunch of pickled jalapenos and candy jalapenos we do not have to buy. We put up a bunch for $5. So all these things we have, incorporated to help with the financial burden. And these days it's more important than ever because the cost of living is insane. So these are the things that I have researched and found that work for our family, and maybe some of these things will work and help your family. And if you have any other suggestions on things that your family does that help save you guys money, please comment and let me know, because I would like to try to incorporate it with my family as well. We also started harvesting and saving our own seed so we don't have to buy as much seed. Reusable Q-tips, wash them, reuse them. Everybody has their own. Don't have to buy the disposable Q-tips. So just little things like that, that may not seem like a lot, but when you put it all together and add it all up for every week, month that you would be buying these disposable things, it really adds up and it really, really helps. So if that's something you can incorporate in your life and help you out with the skyrocketing prices, I'm glad that I could help you with those ideas and bring them to your forefront for you to use. But we hope you all have a great day, and please like and subscribe to our page. I'm hoping to have a lot of videos with some useful information for you guys. And we'll see you next time. Say bye, Cora. Say bye.